my husband and I went to a little home, a little kind of like a cabin that our family has, and we spent time away from everything.
Yeah, no internet, no phones, nothing. How nice. A good
It was
break for
nice.
you. That's wonderful. Well, I'm glad that you all had a very nice weekend. And so we're going to go ahead with today. And just to give you an idea, we're going to take care of some few
Do you listen
housekeeping.
me?
Oh, I did miss you. I'm so sorry. Go ahead. All I see is a little black square down there. I'm sorry about
I'm
that,
Hector.
Hector. Yeah, I know you're Hector. Go ahead, Hector.
This long weekend, I worked and spent a few hours studying online and made some small modification and did oil change on my car.
Wow, you were busy.
Yes.
Gosh, good for you. All right. Did I miss anybody else? No? Okay.
Me,
Oh, I did. Okay. Go ahead. Okay.
yeah, I spent the same time. I prepared dishes or and clean the house normal day.
Yes. Oh, okay. Well, I hope it was a good weekend for everybody and that you stayed safe and healthy. That's the most important thing. I didn't miss anybody else, did I? All right. So my goals this morning is, first of all, we're going to just take care of some housekeeping things on Burlington English, and then we are going to review some vocabulary. And then we are going to talk about technology, read about technology and employment. And then we're going to talk about resume writing. Oh, so much fun with the resume writing, I know. All right, so I'm going to begin with some of the housekeeping things. And the first, I'm going to share a screen here with you. So just the first thing I want to remind you of is that, come over here. So that's where I clicked to join the meeting, is right here with that. So I don't want to do that. Start now. Okay, close. All right, so just a reminder in here that your homework is already posted in here. So you will see it up here. Okay, so this will be the homework for September 9th. And the one part that I want you to pay attention to here is this part that says, not that, well, the first part's important too, but wait a minute. I don't know why I have, okay, this is assignments for September 14th. So that's next Monday when we have our next class. All right, the part that I highlighted with the blue, it says revise your Module 1 writing assignment, and the revised copy will be your work sample 2. All right, by now, I think everybody has seen their writing and you've seen my comments for your writing. Okay, so these are the other things that you are going to be doing in here before I go here, and then we'll talk about the writing. So notice there are 2 lessons in Burlington Core, and then there are 2 lessons in the career exploration and soft skills. All right. And then this is the one I want to talk about some more. All right. So when you went into your portfolio, you should have seen some comments. And last week, it turned out my comments were too long for most of you to be able to get into. So let's come over here. I'm going to look at my portfolio so that you can see. Okay, so this is in the Core Advanced, and I'm going to come here. All right, I'm going to check. Anna's not here. I was going to ask her for permission to show hers, but she's not here. Jing, can I show yours? Is that okay? Jing Yang? She can't
Yes,
hear me.
yes,
Okay.
sure.
So this is Jin Yang, and you'll see there's a little bubble here, that little blue circle. That little blue circle means that there's a comment there. And then this is where you can see, hopefully, the comments. And then, oh, this one says too, that I need to add a comment. So I didn't add a comment to that. So she did that. Okay, let me go back to what she had. All right. But before, I did make some comments to her. This is September 8th. Okay, so I don't think I even tried to make some comments here for you yesterday, or maybe I didn't. All right, this isn't working for me. Now I'm in, let's see, I'm gonna go to somebody else for a minute. Baltimore, can I open yours? Baltimore?
Yes.
Okay, thank you for letting me do that. So let's take a look at his, because he's still, all right. All right, so this is what he's written, and this is an example of the teacher comments. And you should be able to slide this bar to read everything. All right, but then I did another thing. I did this, and some of you said, well, I can't move to see the whole thing. So what I did is I copied my comments and I put them into a Google document, and I shared them with you, okay, so that you could see them there. Were any of you able to open those Google documents? Yes, no?
Yes,
Okay,
yeah.
so if you were not able to open the Google documents, you should get back to me. And I don't mind if you want to revise it in the Google documents, that's fine with me. So let me show you what that is. Are you still seeing my screen?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, just want to make sure of this. All right. So when I go to my Google Documents, I have put those comments in, and I noticed that a lot of you do have the Gmail, so you should be able to open this. So this is Jing Yang's. All right, so this is what I wrote for Jing Yang on Tuesday. Okay, which was yesterday. So so then I shared this with her, and then you should get a message in your email saying there's a shared document with you, and you should be able to open that, and then you can see all the different comments. Okay? Were you able to get that? Yes.
Actually, you comment me that you have posted some suggestion in Google Documents. So I followed this all way, but I did not get your any Google document.
Okay, I'm sorry, you didn't get that?
Yeah.
All right, so let's take a look if yours is here. So I will take a look at that later too, Trupti.
Okay, no problem.
But Trupti Patel.
Yeah.
Okay. So you should have received this for the writing. You didn't get that?
No, actually.
Okay, so what I do is I share that with you, and
Okay.
then I share it. Troop D. Is this right? 09@gmail.com?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Yes.
Okay. And send. So you can see if you get that today. So that's two ways. If you're not able to get through it, if you can't see the comments here, then check and see your email and see if it's there, and you can check it there, okay? And let me go back to seeing all of your beautiful faces again. Stop share. All right, so what I would like you to do with that, since that took me quite a bit of time to check your work, I would like you to go through that, and then I want you to revise your writing, okay? That means fixing the mistakes, because that's how you learn. Because just reading my comments, you're going to, okay, and then you push it to the side. But to really learn what specific errors you made, the best way to do that is to go through that and then to fix your writing, okay? All right, and if you have trouble with that, you can give me a call or send me a text. We can even FaceTime together. We can show the same Google document at the same time and work through it together. All right, so that's a little bit easier to do in Google Documents than what it is in the Burlington English, because Burlington English only gives you a little bit of space for everything, right?
Yeah.
So this is another way to do that. And I have put a lot of effort into it, to giving you information back. So I hope that you will take a look at that and really learn from that. Do you have questions about that? Anybody?
Thank you.
No? Okay.
I received your email.
You did? And you're able to open it?
Yeah.
Okay,
Thank
awesome.
you.
That's very good. And if you want to write it there, if you prefer to write it in the Google document, that's fine. It's a little bit easier. Some of you asked, how do I edit it in my in Burlington English? So I just want to show you very quickly how you can edit it in English, in Burlington English, which is someplace here. I hope I didn't throw that away. Yeah, okay, whiteboard. Maybe it's here. Okay, so when you are editing it, I'm going to close this one. I'm going to come back to somebody I'm pretending to be. So I received the teacher comments about my writing. All right, to edit that, you have to go, notice here, I can't change anything. There's a little circle with,
Yeah,
says you can't
you're right.
enter. All right, what that means is that you will need to go back to the course. Okay, so you're going to come back, you're going to come home, and you're going to go to courses. Okay, then you're going to go into your, this is advanced. So you're going to go here, you're going to come back to student lessons. You're going to, that's for today, achieving success. So write about your goals. And I should be able to open the lesson again and see where
Teacher is A.
yes. All right. So now I'm going to go to 8, where I did the writing. And now you do, oh, I don't know what happened to my writing here, but this is, it should say edit down here, okay?
Yeah.
and then you can change it in here, and that works fine. Okay, but you do have to go back to that. All right. The reason there's nothing here is because I didn't go through as my pretend student. But okay. So, and there was nothing written here. All right. Does everybody understand that?
Yeah.
So you cannot edit it in the portfolio. You have to edit it back in the coursework. Okay?
Yeah.
Okay, so I think that was all for the housekeeping for now. And let's go ahead, and I'm going to share another screen with you, and we'll see. I was going to do a review of Module 1 vocabulary, but I'm looking at the time and thinking, maybe we shouldn't do that today. So what I'm going to do is we are going to just try the Module 2 ones. How many of you tried to do the these things that I put up for you? The Module 2 in Quizlet? Did anybody try it?
Yeah.
Me.
Okay, some me's I hear. All right, and you know what? This is another thing. It's another housekeeping item. If you spend some time in here and you maybe spend 30 minutes in Quizlet, can you write that down somewhere that, you know, from 7 to 7:30 I practiced in Quizlet, and then just let me know before Sunday evening, and that I will record that as hours, okay?
Okay.
And after we practice this, I'm going to talk to you about the hours as well. All right, so there were, actually, maybe I should talk, I'm scattered today. I should talk to you about the hours actually first before we do this. So let me do stop share. So I figured out the way that that Burlington English records the hours. And, I can see your totals. All right. Now I don't know why I'm not seeing that. Let's see if I can open this. So I can generate a report. Well, this one's not opening right. So let me show it to you from here. So from Burlington English, this is in my area, and I can do something called generate reports. So in my reports, I can see everything that you have done, including the books that you have been reading. Okay, so all class overview, and I'm going to say start from the first day of orientation, which was the 17th, to today, and then I can run it. Can everybody see this?
No.
Oh, well, that doesn't help. All right, let me come back and share this with you. I have so many pages open here. I can't even tell what I'm. All right, let me show this to you now. All right. Okay. Does everybody see that where it says all courses overview?
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. And I'm going to do run. And this gives me everything from August 17th to August 9th. So it even tells me the entire class and the average time. So that's pretty good. And then it will tell me everything, the total number of hours in everything. And it will even tell me if you have been reading a book. So I can see here that Marie was looking at a course list, and this student was reading Dracula and Pocahontas. And then it even shows me the time that you spend in that. So I can see that. All right. I don't know why it's doing, I can't see this whole page. All right, here we go. So do you see this? So it tells me what you're reading, and it says, oh, this student spent 12 minutes reading. Can you see where I highlighted? Gulliver's Travels for 12 minutes.
Yes.
Okay, this person spent 34 minutes reading Hercules.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
me. Yeah.
Yeah. So I do get, this person spent 8 minutes reading Frankenstein. Okay. This person spent 3 hours working in Cassis practice. Okay.
तुम्हाला पाहिजे?
So this is where I see everything. All right.
नाही मला एवढं काही करतेच नाही.
All right. Okay. Does everybody see that?
Yeah.
Yes.
So
Yes, now we can.
there is a way that I can tell, but I would highly suggest that you keep track of it as well. Okay, like just when you're sitting down to do something in Burlington English, go ahead and just, you know, from 7 o'clock to 8 o'clock, I did this, because sometimes there are problems with technology. All right.
Yeah. So do we still have to text you about the hours for reading or?
No, you don't need to do that. When I sent that message yesterday morning, I had not seen that area with the reports. So I have learned that since, and that's very helpful to know that. Okay. So only if it disagrees with what you have. I'm really only concerned if you have less than 6 hours a week. All right. And another thing with 6 hours a week, I also recommend that you build yourself a schedule, because if you leave it, if you think on Monday, I'm not doing anything, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and then it's Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and then you have 6 hours to complete, that's a lot of hours at one time. All right. So what I would recommend is maybe half an hour in the morning, half an hour in the evening, every day of the week, or 1 hour a day. And then you should have enough hours, rather than waiting to the end of the week and then trying to do all 6 at one time. All right. So make yourself a little schedule. Just, you know, I'm going to spend 20 minutes here, 20 minutes there. And while I'm waiting, I'm going to work in here. So remember the time on your cell phone, that counts too. Okay. So I think it's like going to the gym, right? You don't go to the gym and do 6 hours of exercise at one time. You do 1 hour every day. The same thing with this course. Okay. So don't leave it until the end of the week.
I have a question about Casas.
Yes. Rola?
I don't understand what is the Casas is.
The Casas test.
I don't understand what a Casas is.
All right. So the Casas test, or remember, Rola, when you started the class, when you registered and you took a test, right? Do you remember the test?
Oh, this is one. Okay.
Yeah, the test is called the Casas test.
Okay,
and
thank you.
The Casas test, I'm going to come show you in Burlington English again, and then you can see.
Casas stands for what?
The word Casas stands for Comprehensive Assessment of Students English as a second language. Okay, so so if you want to practice this, does everybody see this?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, so when you're choosing this, you can't do this, but you can do test practice. Okay. Don't choose level A because that's beginning English. You're going to choose level C, and then you can do reading or listening. Okay. You can do reading, and then you can do a practice test. and then you are going to see it's like the CASAS test, only not on paper. All right. And then what you do is you can see there are 38 questions, just like on the CASAS test. So when you take the CASAS test, there are 38 questions, and that's what they have here. And you can go all the way to the end, or you can answer one at a time, except when you are doing, if you're practicing in the test. Ooh, I got lucky. I was just guessing. Next question. Okay, I'm just going to guess so you can see. Check. Okay, I got that one wrong. The next question. Okay, I'm not reading this, so don't do what I'm doing because this doesn't help you learn at all. And you can see I'm making lots of mistakes. All right.
Right.
So this is the practice for the CASAS. Okay.
Okay, thank you.
All right, so that is the CASAS test. And the word CASAS stands for, it's the name of the company, actually. And it's the name of the company that makes the test for us.
What about if you want to do A, B, and C?
You
we do that?
can, but A is pretty easy for you. This is
Very
A.
easy. It's too
Yeah,
easy.
this is
Do you
like
try
this.
it, Mike?
Valdemaro, this
No.
one would be for me, for if I were practicing Spanish.
Okay.
Okay,
Okay.
but not for you. Your English is much too advanced for this one. So
Okay.
yeah, or if I were doing French, I would do this one. So yeah, you can change it if you would like to, and you can see it's pretty easy.
Yeah, John.
Okay.
Unless you want to just feel really good about your English, that would be, you can try it. But I don't know if it's going to help you learn. But if you want to, you could, you know, like if you have somebody in the family that you want to practice on your hours, that would be extra hours, okay?
Yeah, okay.
So yeah, this one's too easy for you. B is okay. But the reason that I want you to practice C, I'm going to stop share for a minute. The reason I want you to practice the C is I think most of you know that the College of DuPage offers a $500 scholarship.
Yeah, my
You know about that?
friends told me that. My
Yeah.
big sister told me that.
So it's $500. And this is for level 6 or 8 students like you. You're level 8, but also level 6 students. If your score on the CASAS is 236 or more, okay? So you can receive the scholarship if your score is more than 236 points.
Oh, okay.
And that's why I would recommend practicing the C. And I think that's probably why Darwish is practicing the CASAS.
Yeah.
Yeah, because he wants to get the score next time.
I need to practice this.
Yes. All right. The only problem is that as soon as Marie or Darwish has this number of points or more, then you can no longer take free classes. Okay,
Oh.
so then you are finished the free classes at the College of DuPage. And that means you have to take academic classes that you have to pay for. So they
just to get the
help you
class,
pay for it.
Are those classes expensive? The academic classes?
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
it depends. If you ask Marina about what it costs at Wheaton College, she'd say it'll be much more. At College of DuPage, the tuition is about 136 per credit hour. Okay. So that means a class like ours right now, our class is 5 credit hours. So anybody have their calculator? That would be 136 times 5. I can't find my calculator. I should be able to do it in my head. Anybody?
$675.
Yeah, thank you. So your total is $675 for that class. Okay. And that's a really good price compared to a university or some private colleges. So College of DuPage still has very good prices compared to other schools. All right. So this really helps. If you have $500, then the course will cost only $236. Okay.
So we don't register, just get the test, right?
Yeah.
CASS. Okay. Very good.
You don't get what, Jing?
I don't get the registration, just get pass the test.
Yes. So if you get, but this means that you cannot take the free classes anymore.
Oh.
So it's, sometimes students are disappointed when they get this score because they say, I want to be in level 6.
But what
or
about
I want to be in level 8.
6? I'm sorry. What about level 6? If they got those $500,
Yes.
they won't be able to take more free classes?
No.
Okay.
Yes. Yeah.
It's just not fair. It's just not fair for them.
It's a good thing and it's a bad thing.
Yeah.
Right. So it's a good thing to get that money and to get that score, but then you are no longer able to be in the program, the free program.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How many free program is there?
Are there? All right. You can take your
Only
level,
this. I know only about this English free program.
this and the ABE and the GED. So yes, the ELA classes are free. The GED classes are free. And the ABE classes are free. Now, I'm going to show you how that makes sense, okay? So in the ELA, we have 7 levels, right? 1, 2, we have level 1, level 2, level 3, level 5, level 6, level 8. Don't ask me why there's no 4 and where there's no 7, but this is what it is, okay? Then the next one is ABE, which is Adult Basic
English.
Education, okay? And this is after level 8, okay? And then this one, there are 3 levels. So beginning, intermediate, advanced, okay? Then as soon as you have a test score, this is a different test. This is called, they use a test called the TABE test, okay? This one is the CASAS test. As soon as you have, in this test, as soon as you have 10.9 grade level equivalent, you can't see anymore what I'm writing, then you go to GED. And that's where you can get your high school diploma. Okay.
This is all free?
Yeah, these are all free. But then there are some other free things, like Darwish will tell you, we have something now called ICAPS. You maybe heard Tina talk about ICAPS. So those are some free programs that you can take to get a certificate or a degree or associate degree. I think, so this is another option. And this one you would need to talk to Tina at the
Yeah,
office
excuse
about?
me.
Yes, Maria?
But
Billy.
ICAPS, just you can take ICAPS is your address is in the
Yeah.
DuPage.
Yeah, what's your address?
Oh, my address is just in the light traffic to the.
Are you Kane County?
What?
What county do you live in?
Oh, I don't know what is my county, but it is not DuPage.
Okay, because every county, all of the colleges have these programs, so you may have to check at your college for your
I think
county.
mine is Juliet.
Okay, so Joliet Community College will have this too.
Yeah.
They have the free program too, and they will have a program like this.
Yeah.
Okay. Wabanzi College will also have this. City College Chicago will have this. So all the community colleges will have the same format, and we'll have different programs that you can take for free, like that.
Teacher, but
yes,
GED classes.
Yes,
I think you can take it without those steps, because I have my GED test tonight. I'm gonna be working on my English classes and GED at the same time.
Spanish or English?
Spanish.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's why.
I wasn't able to take it and
yeah.
English both.
So yes, you can take GED in Spanish or English. So Baldemoro, when you say GED, that means your level in Spanish is high enough for you to take your GED in Spanish. Yeah, you're lucky.
It's gonna be hard, yeah.
And you know, it's still hard even when Spanish is your native language. It's not easy. So, but for other people like Darwish, he doesn't have a choice. He has to choose English. Or Darwish, you can choose Spanish if you like.
No, English.
You just want to learn another language, right? To have 5 languages. So yeah, you can. But you know, GED isn't necessary if you have a high school from your country. So like I know Hector has a bachelor degree, and a lot of you already have degrees from universities. This isn't necessary, right?
Yeah.
Some students will take this.
ABE is necessary.
AB, it's not necessary either unless you want more practice with English. So a lot of people will take this for English, okay? And also because it's still free. But we have English class, we have English second language classes at the college too for international students. So those are the students that come here to study English and go to university here. So you are able to take those classes too, but you have to pay for them. Yeah. Yeah. So many questions.
So right now we excuse me. So right now we are on the ELA level 8, right?
Yeah, you are level 8.
So we have so much course. So I need. So if I want to go to the college, so if I want to get, how about I want to begin my course like a nurse. So I need to finish the GED, right? ABE and GED.
You will need your GED.
Well, wait a minute, Jane. Did you finish high school in China?
Yes.
Okay.
So you don't need it.
You don't need it then. You have a high school diploma. But this is what you will do when you finish this. So let's put ICAPS college level. You will, for this program, you need to take something called the KITE test. Okay, so the KITE test is a test, so many things. You want to test on Monday? The KITE test is the test the college uses to see if you're ready for college classes.
Oh.
And
It's not
this
not
one,
in.
this one is done at the testing center.
Oh.
Okay. So for this one, I don't give this to you, or my office will not give this to you, but you take this at the College of DuPage Testing Center. So at the testing center. And actually right now it's online, I believe, and you can find that through the College of DuPage and take the test online. You can also use the TOEFL exam or the ELITS exam, but the TOEFL exam you have to pay money for, and this one you don't have to pay for.
Just the English or other math, like math.
Yeah, so for this one, you don't have to pay for this one. But if you take the TOEFL test, I think it's $150 or so.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I can learn ABE and the GED myself, right? I can go on.
This is if you want to take these courses, that's fine. But when you're finished level 8, I would take this test to see if you're ready for college classes.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you.
All right. And all of you, I'm not the expert in this, so we have 2 people in the office who are our advisors, and they are Christina Kelly, and we have Susan, not Susan, and Ellen Schumacher. So that, remember at the orientation, you were given their names. So those are the people that you should reach out to and talk to. So Jane, you can talk to Tina already and say, what should I do come December? What?
Okay.
Yeah, and of course, as long as we're in the pandemic, I don't know if it's a good time to do anything, but except for keep studying online. I don't know if I'd want to do nursing classes online, but yeah. Okay, good, you guys. We spent 1 hour talking. Well, these are important things, right? So that's good.
Right.
Okay, awesome. So, and it fits with what we're going to talk about today too. Let me share my Quizlet screen with you, and then see how we do with this. So you don't get to do that. That's too easy. The adjective pronouns, that's my level 1 students. So let's come over, let's start with the easier ones and see how you do remembering these words. Can everybody see this?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. So anybody remember this one for the purpose of? I don't know if I do. I'll just tell you the answer in order to.
Yeah.
Okay, here you go.
Midday.
Midlife.
Midlife, good.
Midday.
Depends on.
Depends.
Mhm. Unjustifiable negative behavior towards a group and its members. We hear this on the news a lot.
Discrimination.
Yes, good job.
Discrimination.
Expensive, high priced.
Costly.
Value.
Costly.
Costly.
Mhm.
A pattern of change over time.
Trend.
Very good. Trend,
Wow.
good.
Trend.
Another word for helpful.
Well behaved.
Support.
Yeah,
Beneficial.
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 Mhm. Yes, very good. Perception. Very good. Perception. To support.
Helpful.
Sustain. Enough to fill a need.
Sufficient.
Very good.
Sufficient.
Sufficient.
Similar. I don't know why I didn't tell you that one. Something that's a source of danger.
Threat.
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 Good. All the way through.
Throughout.
Very good. Throughout.
Wow.
Right.
To raise or move to a higher grade, rank,
Promote.
or
Mission.
Ahead.
Promote. Very good.
Promote.
Move.
in effect or result.
Impact.
Very good. Make an impact.
Make an
on
Make
one.
an impact on.
Yeah, and that's usually how we use those together. Okay. Meet or find by chance. Come upon. Come upon. Okay. Put on clothing to see if it fits. Try on. Try on clothes. Yeah. To become higher in level or increase.
Increase.
Go up.
Go
Go
up.
up. So remember, this module was about phrasal verbs, right? So
Yeah.
a lot of those. Okay, nice work. And then the other one that you could practice is this phrasal verbs. Did anybody try this one?
Yeah, actually.
All right.
To delay doing something until a date. To delay an event or arrangement until a later date.
All right.
Look up.
Put off.
Put off. Very good.
Put off.
Good. Next one. Nice. Start over.
To put your name on a list for something because you want to take
Sign
part.
in.
Sign in.
Very good.
Sign up.
Sign up.
Or sign up.
Sign up.
Stop trying.
Give up.
Give
up.
up.
Give up.
Nice job,
Find a
everybody.
solution to a problem or question.
Finger out.
Figure it out.
Figure out.
Figure it
Find out.
Draw attention to something or someone.
Point out.
Yeah. Point out.
Excellent,
Point out.
Trupti. That was
To
great.
find something in a book.
Find out.
Look up.
Look
Look
up.
for.
Look up.
Look up.
Discover information.
Look
Figure it
for.
out.
Find out.
Find
Figure
out.
out. Yeah. Find out. Figure out would work out
Find
too.
out.
Look for.
Look for.
Look for.
Mhm.
Entered by force.
Break
Break
into.
out.
Break into.
Yeah.
Break
Cut on.
into, yeah.
Break into.
Had no more.
Run out of.
Run out of.
Awesome. Run out of. Very good.
Garbage/trash. Discard.
Throw away.
Drop off.
Throw away.
Good.
Throw away.
Throw away.
Sorry.
Do over.
Do over.
Do over.
Very good.
To the side of or off the road.
Pull off.
Pull over.
Pull away.
Over.
Very good.
Pull over.
A bus, train, etc.
Get off.
Get off.
Drop
Get
off.
off.
Good.
To return.
Get,
Give
back.
it back.
Give it back.
Very good.
Clean. Repair or decorate
Fix
something.
up.
Fix up.
Fix up.
Good.
To depend on.
Got on.
Count on.
Very good, Darvish.
No.
Pick
Take
up.
Come upon.
off.
Come upon. So
Come
come
upon.
upon some money. And then, yes, you pick up the money.
To withdraw from or stop taking part in.
Give up.
There, give up, drop out. Yeah.
Drop out.
Out.
To
So-
withdraw from or
It-
stop taking part in.
Yeah, it's kind of like, yeah,
Quick.
but it's to drop out when it's part of a school or a university. Yeah,
Drop out.
yeah.
Eagerly anticipate something.
So,
Look forward.
Look forward.
Forward.
To delay doing something until a later date. To delay an
Sign up.
event or
Took
arrangement
off.
until a later date.
Look up.
Put off.
Put up.
Put up.
Put
Hey,
off.
you guys did a good job. So you can keep practicing those. That would be great. And all right. So nicely done. So practice. Those are fun things you can practice.
This is from where we can get Quizlet.
This is Quizlet. I put a link in an email.
From Google document?
No. I sent an email last week to you, and it had the link in there. Okay. I'll put it in today again, okay, just so that you have that that link again. Or you can even look it up and see you can do a search for it. So what I do with this one is for Quizlet, I have an app for it. And the app is handy because that means you can, I don't know if you can see that. Can you see that queue?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So when you go to that queue, it looks like that's queue for Quizlet. And of course it comes up to mine, but if you put in phrasal verbs 0958, then you will see it here, okay?
Okay.
So you can play with it on your phone as well to practice those words, right?
It's an application.
Yeah. Now, if you want something super challenging with phrasal verbs, I'll give you this in the email that I send you after class. There's a place called englishpage.com, and I will send that to you. It's very challenging, and if you would like that challenge and you have that time and you find Burlington English to be too easy, then that would be a good place for you. All right, let's go ahead, and we've got 2 lessons that we'll do parts of today before we end. So let's go over here and share this. Everybody can see my screen.
Yeah.
Okay, very good. And it's always in my way. And let me come back home and refresh. Come on, where do I get home? Okay, so let's go into our courses. Remember that what I'm showing you today is going to be different from what you will see, all right?
Okay.
So we're going to look at this one first about, because this is the reading lesson that's in the in-class lesson. Okay, so we're going to talk about a few things in this lesson. We're going to read about technology and employment. We're going to make inferences. So can anybody explain what inferences are?
Like something like you create something.
Yeah, so the verb for this is infer, INFER. Let me stop share for a minute so I can see you. When I infer something, I make a decision. I decide something based on what I see. So for example, today I look outside, the sun is not shining. It feels a little bit cold. Okay.
Yeah.
So I can, there's no sunshine, so I can infer that it's a rainy day. Okay.
Yeah.
Right? I make a decision on that basis. So, so when I infer, I'm looking at the information and I make a decision about what that means. All right. So if I go and I get my jacket right now, then you can infer that I'm too cold. Right? Okay. So that's what we're going to be doing exercises for. So let's go back to the lesson and take a look at that. We're also going to be talking about using the adjectives with the prefix un and able. All right, so let's take a look here. And take a look at this picture. You've probably heard the expression to read between the lines. When you read between the lines, you understand ideas that are not stated directly. So that's another definition for infer. Okay, so when you look at this picture, what's unusual about the picture?
Robot.
Everyone has different emotions.
They have different emotions.
Two robots.
Yeah, someone is very much scared. Someone, the last lady come just now for interview for job.
Okay. What else is unusual? There are two robots.
Robots.
Yes, robots.
Two
Yeah.
robots.
Two robots.
Two robots, and the others, and the people are behind the robots, right?
Yes.
So what idea is expressed in this picture? Anybody?
The robot is bigger than the people.
Okay. Anything else?
Competition for work.
Yeah. Tell me more about that.
Technology is taking our jobs.
There you go. So Baltimore made an inference. All these people are lined up for jobs, but technology is taking the job. Right? Yeah, so you can infer that, or like they said here, you can read between the lines, and the things that are not directly stated, and that's what we call an inference. All right, let's look at some vocabulary for this one. All right, and we're going to be looking at the clues, using context clues again. Let's have different people read these, and I'll call your names, all right? Marie Louise, could you read the first one?
One basic need that every person has is the need for food. What is another basic need?
Anybody?
Water.
Water. Iron.
Water. Which one?
Affect.
Affect.
We need air.
Air. Okay, is that basic
Oxygen.
need? Oxygen, yeah. Food. Well, they talked about food there. What else?
Clothes.
Clocks? Oh,
Clothes.
Clothes.
Right.
Shelter.
Feel affect.
Home. Yeah, home. So food, shelter, clothing, right? All right.
Right.
Yes. And rest. Rest is a basic need too. Number 2, could you read that one, Allie?
The job is automated.
Alejandra?
Oh, yes.
Thank you.
If a shop is automatic, a robot or computer does it instead of the person. What is one of shop that is automatic?
Automated.
Automated. Yes.
If a job is automated.
The ATM machine.
What does that stand for?
ATM machine.
ATM.
Yeah. HAM?
ATM.
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 Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, like your banking machine, automated.
At stores.
Photography.
Is automated. Yeah, photography, but the person still has to take a picture.
Phone receiver. Phone call.
When you go to Walmart or you pay yourself, you don't have nobody checking out.
Oh, self payout, self checkout.
Yeah.
Good. Those are good answers. How about like car manufacturing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Car manufacturing. Autopilot for an airplane. Right?
Car washing.
Car washing.
Yeah.
Car washing.
The car, Tesla.
And I don't know if any of you had
computer.
surgery. Pardon?
Manufacturing, computing.
Computer or manufacturing in general. Anybody have robotic surgery?
Yes.
No.
Yes, so there's even robotic surgery that the doctor can use, or surgeon. Yeah, okay, good. But you have
Vacuum cleaner.
Yeah, like the robo one that you.
Yes.
Yeah. I can't type anymore on that line, but those
Washing
are
machine.
yes. Good. Washing machines, yeah, dryer.
Yeah.
Baltimore, would you read the next one? Number 3.
Repetitive.
Repetitive.
Repetitive. Tasks are tasks that you do over and over again. What's repetitive? Task that you have done or have seen people do.
A job.
Your job?
Yeah.
What job is that?
Cashier.
Work means office work.
Office work?
Yeah.
Driving.
Manufacturing, right? Packing,
Well,
packaging.
packaging, that's right.
Sleeping.
What was that?
Sleep.
Sleeping. I like that. I like that.
That's the
Sleeping is
best
a
job.
repetitive task. Eating.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, that's the
Yes.
best job, but they don't
Eat.
use money for that.
Yes. Eat, sleep, and repeat. Okay. Thank you. Hector, would you read the number 4?
Unpredictable jobs are jobs that change all the time. You don't know what is going to happen every day. What is an unpredictable job that you don't or have seen people do?
Can I?
What is it, Trupti?
Doctor's jobs.
They're unpredictable?
I don't think
Which
so.
patients come
No.
I think the
to
job
him.
in the warehouse
Bernice.
or
Yeah,
something.
you know what? I think, how about emergency room doctors?
Yeah.
Because it's different every day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The
Driving people.
Who will win, Trump or
People
Biden?
are
The weather reporter.
Rola, what were you going to say? Or reporters?
Weather reporters.
Yeah, reporters.
Who will be the
Driving
president,
people.
Trump or
Drivers.
Biden?
People at the airport.
What was that one?
Soldiers.
Soldiers.
Bernice.
Police. Wow, you guys
Fire
have
department.
fire department. Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah.
Fire department. Those are great examples, and it doesn't give me enough room to write anything more. All right, that's great. All right, let's take a look at our reading now. And you can guess what our reading is going to be about. It's, all right, so we're trying to make an inference, and that's understanding more than what's just there, okay? So we're going to read these paragraphs, and I'm going to have, Delia, could you read this first paragraph? Should I make it bigger?
No, it's fine. Thank you.
Okay, go ahead.
Hollywood movies often show a future world where humans are powerless and the world is controlled by robots. This reflects a very real fear that many people have these days, that in the future, robots are going to take over our jobs. According to research, by 2030, 47% of jobs could become automatic. Can we, as a society, prevent this from happening? If we can, what the best way to prepare for it.
All right, nicely done. Rola, would you like to read the next one?
Okay. Almost everyone agrees that robots will take over some jobs in the future. After all, they are good at carrying out repetitive tasks, and they are more efficient than humans. So companies that sell products to people over the phone, for example, may send automated voice message to customers instead of hiring human telemarketers. However, robots are not yet capable of doing unpredictable jobs that involve creative problem solving and building complex relationships with people. Social workers, for example, may hold on to their job, at least for now.
We forgot to add social workers to that. Yeah, good. Trupti, would you like to read this third one? That begins with some experts.
Some experts estimated that by 2060, robots will be able to do every kind of job. A world in which robots do all the work may be appearing. But if we are indeed hiding for mass unemployment, how will people earn money? That what will they do all day? The government could provide a universal basic income to every citizen, an amount of money to cover basic needs. But providing people with a purpose in life and keeping them happy could be more challenging.
Yeah. Okay, thank you for reading those 3 paragraphs, and we'll come back to the other ones. So let's look at these and make these inferences on this side. Okay, so the first one, it's hard to see. All right. So here's the statement. By 2030, 40% of jobs could
become
automated.
Yeah,
automated.
could become automated. How come I can't put my that thing there? Okay. It's not letting me. Oh, I see. I have to one of these words. Yeah, become automated. There we go. All right, good. What's the inference? The inference is in the future, many more people may
mass unemployment.
Unemployed.
Be unemployed.
be unemployed.
Be unemployed.
Yeah, somebody said it correct. Be unemployed. Good. Okay, let's go to the next one.
Robots are good at carrying our repetitive tasks in the future. Company may send
repetitive tasks.
Automated voice messages.
Automated voice
repetitive tasks.
Repetitive tasks.
They send mass in unemployment.
And mass unemployment to, let's see the next line. The next line is customers instead of hiring telemarketers. I think they already.
Automated voice messages.
Automated voice message.
Good. All right. Okay, would you read the next one for us?
Inference. Which part?
Telemarketer. Yeah.
Telemarketers do
repetitive
tasks.
Repetitive
tasks.
Okay. All right. Let's. Okay, you can read this one too about robots.
Yeah, robots can't do unpredictable jobs. Social workers may be able to
keep their job.
keep their job. And then the inference for that, the job of the social work is
unpredictable.
Purpose in life. Unpredictable.
Okay. Okay. And the next statement, would you read this one for us, Darwish?
Universal basic income is one solution for misemployment. Purpose in life, giving people. No, it's misemployment.
So mass unemployment. Okay. And then the last one, the inference there is money helps, but it can't give you
A purpose in life.
purpose in life. Okay, and I'm sure that we got those all correct. All right, nice job reading that. All right, let's go to the next exercise. Did we read all of this? Finish reading the story. So we finished up to paragraph 3. Paragraph 4, could you read that one for us, okay? Or Sunguk? Okay. Beginning with some experts here.
Some experts estimate that by 2060, robots will be able to do every kind of job. A world in which robots do all the work may be appealing, but if we are in need, but we already read it, this part.
Oh, we did? Okay.
Yeah.
Go ahead and read the next one then from pessimists. This word here, by the way, indeed, heading.
Yeah.
Heading, like going in the direction of. Good. Thank you. Go ahead and read about pessimists.
Pessimists predict that in the future, millions of people will be out of work, bored, and miserable. On the other side are the optimists who claim there's no reason to panic. They believe that robots will take over some jobs, but new technologies will create new jobs that we can't yet imagine. New technologies create new opportunities, they say. The optimists have a point after all. Jobs in IT, computer programming, and web design didn't exist 50 years ago. Hopefully, in the future, people who lost their jobs to robots will be able to find new ones.
All right. And could you read that last paragraph for us, Darwish?
Yep. So what can you do to prepare for the risk that a report will take your job? You can acquire the creative and social skills that reports have not yet mastered. You can also keep up with the new digital technologies so that you have the right job skills for the constantly changing world of the future.
Okay, very nice. All right, so let's take a look at this question. We won't need to type here. Both pessimists and optimists make predictions about the future of work. How are they different? Who would like to answer that? So we have the pessimists. I'll take it back to that paragraph. There you go. And optimists.
Some people think that will be risk for them, and the other think that will be good for them to finish some job they can do.
Yeah. What about the pessimists? What do they think?
New technologies
The best thing,
will create new jobs.
Okay. Darwish gave his opinion. Somebody else there gave their opinion about pessimists.
New technologies will create new jobs.
Okay, that's for the optimists. What about the pessimists?
Millions of people will out of work.
Yeah, and they'll be out of work. So the pessimists,
and miserable.
Yeah, the pessimists believe millions unemployed.
Robot will take over some job.
Bored, miserable. Okay, and the optimists believe
new jobs.
Yeah,
new jobs,
new opportunity,
new opportunities. Okay. Yeah. So I don't know. What do you think? Are you an optimist or pessimist?
Optimist.
Optimist.
Half and half.
Yeah.
Because robots are gonna take the like the hard jobs, you know, like carrying heavy things and doing all the hard work.
Yeah. Yeah.
Technician.
Older is pessimists.
Yes. So there are
because
some
they will not
go ahead
reach the technologies, new technologies.
Yeah. The pessimists or the optimists?
They are pessimists.
No.
The pessimists. So the pessimists are worried about the future, right?
Según eso él llegaba ahora, pero yo veo en su calendario todavía que puso de vacaciones.
I need to mute Hector. Muting his phone call. Yes. Yeah. When I'm sharing the screen, it's hard for me to see everybody there to be able to mute all for some reason. Yeah, so good. So this is, what do you think about the future? Do you think it will be robots that will take over?
No.
Yeah, I think so.
The robots
We
is
should
right
maybe
now
go with this,
in
yeah?
our life.
Yeah.
But always the human is gonna be necessary because we are the
We're
race.
smarter. We are smarter than that.
Always we're gonna need to be there, and always we're gonna find something to do because the machine is not working really alone. The people is gonna prepare the machines. So what I had to do is study and learn the technology and learn the language technology and just to do it. Don't be afraid.
Very good, Delia. That was a good speech. Don't be afraid. Good. Anybody else? Okay. Let's go to our next page about technology and employment. All right. So these are words from the story. And what do they mean? So powerless.
Weak.
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 Reflex.
Shows.
Shows.
Explain.
Shows.
Okay. Well, we'll see if we got them right. Let's go to the next one. Carrying out.
Doing.
Estimate.
Yes.
Proof with evidence.
Based on evidence.
Yes.
Appealing.
Possible. Or skill.
Well, that word is new for me.
This one doesn't work for you. None of those work for you. Appealing.
It's no, this word is new for me. Number 5.
Yeah.
Appealing.
Yeah. So is a technology job appealing for you?
Possible?
Possible.
I think these are really great or possible. Let's try possible. Miserable.
Very
Unhappy.
unhappy.
Very unhappy.
Yeah, and I think in French and Spanish it's very similar. Right. Panic.
Be
Be
angry.
scared.
Scared.
Have a point.
All right about this.
Right
Right
about
about
Right
this.
about this.
Let's see how we did. Okay.
Oh,
Great.
It's great.
Great.
Great. Yeah.
Must be great. I don't think either of those words were really good, but that's okay. That's the difference. Okay, so that was our reading. And you'll have a reading like that as well. There's, yes? Oh, somebody needs to. All right, let's talk about this. And here we are looking at the prefix on. So prefix is something we add to the beginning of the word or the end of the word?
beginning.
Beginning of the word. All right. And when we add the prefix on, it's really, it makes it the opposite. Okay, or it means not. Okay, so for example, I'm able, I'm unable. So I'm able to do something, I'm not able to do something. Okay, and then we have the suffix. So suffix is something we add to the end of the sentence. And we have the suffix able, which means that we can or can. Okay, so able means can, and un means not. So it makes it kind of the opposite. So let's take a look at these sentences, and we're either going to add un or a bull. So un at the beginning or a bull at the ending. All right. Would you, Jing, would you read number 1 for us?
In the future, it will be very hard for people who can't use computer to get jobs. In fact, they may be unbelievable.
Right. So so we have the word employ, which is the positive. The opposite of it means unemployed. And then we're going to add A-B-L-E. And then the not, we cannot employ. All right. So unemployable. The prefix un means not. Employ is the verb, okay, to give a job. Able means can. So cannot give a job. All right. All right. Would you read the next one, Mansure? Number 2.
Some workers are very
Unbelievable.
unbelievable.
No, sorry, reliable.
Leaveable.
They promise to finish a task by a certain time, but you never know if they'll do it or not.
Yeah, unbelievable. You unbelievable or unreliable? Because
Reliable.
rely means somebody I can depend on, right? So I want to say but now I'm going to change that word.
Reliable.
I'm going to change it to I-E-L-E. Unreliable. All right. All right. So let's go to the next one. And let's have Marie Louise. Would you read that one? Okay. Is she there, Marie? Bafang? Okay, maybe she's left for a minute. Allie, would you read the next one?
Yes.
Okay, thank you.
It is unbelievable how much robot can already do and in the future they will be able to do even more.
Unbelievable. Yay. Good. And let's see if there's some more of these. All right, so let's check and see how we did. Yes. So do you see, these are words that have "un" as a prefix and a "bull" as the suffix. So those are what we can do to change the meaning of a verb. All right, or an adjective, I'm sorry, not a verb. All right, let's take a look at the next page. All right, so what is something unbelievable people often do? Any ideas?
When the people don't use masks now.
There you go. Not using masks. Yeah. Or social distancing.
Yeah.
Any other ideas you have? Oh, this is unreliable. Maybe that's the answer for the next one.
Yeah.
Not using masks or social distancing. Unreliable. Let's go back to 1. What is something that unreliable people often do?
People who looks not confident, like putting on a couch with their hands in the pocket and just walking like that.
Okay. So
people suspect.
So that's unreliable. So unreliable means I can't depend on them, right? Or so yeah.
People who cannot finish their work, they stop their work in between. Means just like plumbers or those things.
Yeah,
carpenters.
don't finish their work. They quit in the middle of it. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. They don't dress. They for dahlias don't dress professionally for their job or appropriately.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe. Although I do see some people who are very reliable who aren't dressed very well. Sometimes. Okay.
Yeah.
Any other ideas? Hey, how about
people who say something I do?
Okay, say something. People who say something
and do something different.
But do something different. Hypocrites. Like that's a really good one because that talks about people who say, I will be there at 9, and then they're not there at 9, right?
I'm sorry.
Yes.
I want to say something.
Sure.
I think dress not appropriately, it is not correct.
Yeah.
Because this is sound like a discrimination, you know?
Yeah.
How am I if I to say you are appropriately, you are not? No, what I'm trying to say is that more about attitude suspect, you know? That something is gonna do something maybe bad for other people, no?
Poor attitudes. Okay. Does that make sense to you? Does that work? Or not quite right? Yeah. Okay. What about the first one, the third one? What kinds of personal qualities or behaviors make people unemployable?
Liars.
Liars. Okay. Dishonest people.
Yeah.
Okay.
Attitude.
Attitude, definitely.
Informal
Lazy
people.
Appearance, right? If you don't care about yourself, you're not going to care about your job.
Lazy people.
Okay. So
Informal people.
Social skills.
Yeah, that's good. Okay, let's go to the next page.
Mm.
All right. Think about a job. What is one predictable task you have to do in this job? Oh, and what is one unpredictable task? A predictable task for my job is take attendance. Okay, that's a task that's predictable, that I take attendance. And I have Zoom meetings twice a week.
And giving answers of students.
Yeah, checking student work. Mhm. Communicating with students.
Yeah.
Mhm. How about for your jobs?
Self behavior,
Good behavior.
patience,
Patient, that's a task. So good behavior, what would be good behavior? Like finishing your
work,
assignment?
Homework.
Finishing assignments.
Attend the Zoom meeting.
Attending meetings. Okay.
do the homework.
Doing the homework. Good. Good. All right. So this was a story then about how computers or automation can maybe take over jobs in the future, but I think we realize that we still need human people, human beings to operate the automation, and we'll still need human beings for jobs that are unpredictable, right? That can change every day, and a computer cannot know that. All right, there's one more part that I want to show you today that is going to be part of your homework, and I'm going to come back home and I'm going to go into your student lessons, actually. Can you still see my screen?
Yeah.
Yes.
So I'm going to come here, and this is working, looking at, this is going to be the end of this module, and you are going to be doing, writing a skills-based resume, all right? And what I want you to do is I want you to go through this lesson to write a skills-based. What does that mean when I say skills-based?
Abilities.
Soft skills, hard skills.
Abilities, experience.
Yeah, your abilities, things that you are able to do, right? For example, if you're a nurse, you can check in a patient, you can take their blood pressure, you can register them, you can take their pulse, check their oxygen levels, right? So those would be skills that you have. If you're a machine operator, you have the skills to operate the machine and tell it what to do, right? Okay, let's take a look at this lesson. All right, so when people apply for jobs, they usually give their resume to the employer. Okay, the applicant's name and contact information always appear on a resume. So what kinds of information are included on a resume? And I think in a lot of your countries, this is called a vitae, right? In North America, Canada, or in the West, Canada, Australia, we call it a resume, the French word, resume. So what are some things that we need to include on a resume? We need to include
the application.
The applicant education.
Yeah, the applicant's education.
Work experience.
The position the applicant in looking for.
Yeah, the position you're looking for.
The applicant skill.
Applicant achievements in high school.
Achievements in high school? Maybe. Yeah, especially if you're still young. I think at my age,
Applicant
I'm
volunteer
applying for
experience.
something.
Volunteer experience.
Volunteer.
Volunteer experience.
Language.
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 And maybe hobbies the applicant join.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
Probably if you're an older adult, maybe a high school student, you would include that, but probably not so much unless it's connected with the job. Okay. So if I'm applying for a teaching job and I write knitting, I like knitting and sewing. Those are two hobbies I probably shouldn't put there because they're not related to the job, right, of teaching. Yeah, but if you're an engineer, a mechanical engineer, and your hobby is building machines at home, then maybe that is a good thing to put there, right? So it depends. Have any of you written a resume before?
No.
No. Okay, so this is an important part about living in the United States, is writing a resume. So let's.
Education is also important.
Yes, education, and here they just talk about, yeah, so the applicant's education, thank you. How about the family history?
No.
No.
No. I see it's letting you.
Applicant work.
Yeah, okay. So then what you're going to go through in your lesson when you do this, you'll go through analyze. So this is an example of a resume. So you can see highly skilled and knowledgeable individual with strong leadership and organization skills, seeking job as a building maintenance supervisor. So this is a summary, the job you're looking for. Okay. Then your skills. And notice something in this, that all of these begin with a, what kind of verb is, I just told you the answer.
Verb.
What kind of word is this at the beginning?
Verb.
Yeah, it's a verb. So when we're talking about our skills, we want to use a verb at the beginning, like supervise teams, communicate instructions, train teams, all right?
Yeah.
And notice in the next part, you're writing organizational skills, manage, deal with, routinely inspect, plan, all right? So when you're writing about your skills, you want to begin your skills with a verb, okay? And you're focusing on your abilities, which here is leadership and communication skills and organizational skills, and then what you do at your job that can prove that, okay? So this is really important, especially if you don't have a lot of work experience. So, or even if you have work experience, this is one kind of a resume that you can write, all right? Then the next part of your resume is to write your both work and volunteer history. All right. In the United States, volunteer work is very important. So you should include that as well. So you can see this person volunteer at OAA. And anytime you use an acronym, you should explain what that acronym means. Okay. Then you give the years. And what did you do as a volunteer? And you can see, even though that person was not paid for that position, you can see that they did important jobs. Supervise team of volunteers, clean rooms, do routine maintenance and repairs. Those are important work skills, right?
Yeah.
Agree? Okay. And then this one was for a job for 10 years. And notice when you're giving your work history, you have to give the name. Like you can't just say company in China. It's good to give the name. And even if it's a Chinese company and it doesn't have an English name, then put the Chinese there and then in parentheses put what it means in English. So you always want to use the correct name. Okay? And then for your education, you need to have the name of the college, even if it's in a different country. Okay? Bachelor's degree in building maintenance, and then the year. And resumes no longer require a reference. You usually have to put that in the application now. And so that is what you just write this, provided on request. Okay, and you can look through those. And let's look at plan. So this is where you're going to be doing your planning. What job do you want? What skills do you have that could help you do the job well? What work have you done to help you get that job? And do you have any relevant certificates or degrees? So you'll be doing that. And then the last part of that is the writing part. All right. And you can write it in here. And again, you can click on the little box up here and you can see an example. Okay. Now, I want to show you something different for this. I promise I'll be finished at 11, okay? It'll take a little longer today because we talked a lot about the college programs. All right. Can you see my Google Drive right now?
Yes.
All right, very good. One of the nice things in Google Drive is that they have, so you can do new. You want to do Google Docs. I think it's under Google. Let me see. Maybe it's under more. Google Forms, Maps. Maybe it's okay. Let's do from a template. Do you know? Do you see this here? Resume.
Yeah.
Okay. This is one way that you can do it. Microsoft Word also has a resume. So if you want to do this after you do the exercise in Burlington English, this would probably be better for you. And you can see there are many, many different kinds here. So, and different kinds of formats. So I'm just going to pick this one here. And then you can see, so the nice thing about this is you can just click on it and you change it to what your name is. And it does the formatting for you. Okay. Not cooperating with me. Okay. And then the job I want, industrial designer, the address, your skills, and you'll notice here these words are just, those aren't real words. They're made up words. And this is where you would add the skills like you did from Burlington English. Okay. And then the company, your education. And then what you can do once you've done that, come up to share. And then you can share it with me. So just put in, and this one you'll have to do my other email because we don't have Gmail through College of DuPage. So you would be adding this Canada Gal one, okay? 123@gmail.com. I'll put that in the email so that you can see that. All right. My Gmail address, because my COD address will not work for that. All right, so let me show you some examples of this that I have done with level 8 students before. so you can get an idea. Can everyone see my screen?
Yeah.
Okay, so this is an example that this person started to write on, to write the resume. So you can see objective to obtain a challenging but rewarding entry-level barista position. Okay, and then you can see the experience here. All right. Which is, and notice this one, it's mostly, she was a hairdresser and a designer, but she wants a job as a barista. So she wanted to work at a coffee shop making coffee. But if I'm reading this as an employer, I'm going to think, hey, wait a minute. This is your experience. So you have to, if you have experience that's different, like this person, you have to think about what skills at those jobs would help you as a barista. Okay, so in her case, maybe she doesn't want to put all of, you know, put so much emphasis here, but instead to put emphasis on how those skills would help her as a barista. And that's what she did down here, right? Establish good working relationships with clients, strong verbal and personal communication skills, fluent in Ukrainian and Russian, proficient. And this, by the way, is something you should add into yours, is that you are proficient in English, okay? Because you are level 8, that's advanced English, and that's a pretty good level of English that should be able to get you a job, all right? And you can see proficient user of PC. So if you are using, you see she wrote those things down. I don't know how that can help you as a barista, but so my comment to this student is what in your background can help you with being a good barista, okay? So that's an important thing. Let's look at another one. So cashier and store, I'm organized, hardworking, and dedicated. So education, middle school. All right, and then the jobs that she did, au pair. And the other thing is the resume is always just 1 page long, all right? When you write a vitae, it can be longer than that, but here in the United States, if a resume is longer than 1 page, usually nobody will read it. It's too long for them to look at. So when you're doing your resume, really think about, even if you're like, you want to be a barista at Starbucks, think about what your skills are that you could take to Starbucks. What would make you good at Starbucks from your past experience and in your different jobs? Okay. So think about that. This part here about doing it in Google Docs, I'm not going to make this mandatory. This is something if you feel like you need to work on this and you need some help with this, that's going to be for you, okay? And I would be happy to take a look at it. All right. And the other place that we'll take a look at it is at the College of DuPage. We have the Career Center, and they have professionals there that will look at your resume as well and will help you with it. However, you can't just go there and say, oh, I did this in Burlington English, so please help me now make a real resume. So you have to have something like a Google document or a real resume. and to show them, and then they can help you. But if you just go in and say, oh, I need a resume, can you help me? They'll give you a video or a worksheet and say, do this first and then come back and we'll check it together. Okay, so are you confused? Everyone's okay?
Okay.
All right. So nobody is confused about this. So do you have to do the Google Doc?
If I want.
Yeah, only if you want to. You do not have to. Okay.
Yeah.
Does it have to be a Google document? No, it can be Microsoft Word, or if you have it someplace different, you can share that with me too. Okay. But for sure, I would like you to do the one in Burlington English. Okay?
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, I'll put this in an email to all of you so that you can see. So just one time again, please revise your writing from the module 1, and your revision will be your second work sample, okay?
Yeah.
I want to have the third work sample is going to be the perfect one. All right?
Okay.
So work on that. And then you are going to work on the homework that I told you about earlier. Okay. I lied to you. I said I would finish at 11, but all right. That's okay. You'll forgive me.
Yeah.
Okay.
She's
No problem.
unreliable. She said 11 and then she went after 11. All right. I hope all of you have a good day. And
You
if
too.
you have
You
questions,
too.
you can text me, you can call me, you can FaceTime me. Mansude has a question.
Yeah.
What's your
I see your comments on my right yesterday, but I can't see now.
Oh, really? Okay,
Because
I will in the Gmail document.
on the Burlington English.
I don't know why. Did you change it?
Yeah, because I edited.
Okay, that's probably why. So my initial comments went away. So I will take a look at that. Okay.
Thank you.
Yes, thank you for that. All right. Good. Any other questions? Nope.
No.
Okay. I will call my bank about my credit card.
Good luck.
What will you do today? What will you do today?
Thank you. Bye, everybody.
What will you do?
Bye.
Everybody, bye.
Thank you.
Homework?
Thank you.
You're
Bye-bye.
answering my question. All right, everybody.
Sorry.
Have a
What was
good
that?
day, okay? All right. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.
All right.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Gypsy, have a good day. Have a good day
Yeah.
today.
Can I ask another question?
You sure can.
Can I talk about the resume that the career, because I don't have a real resume. Can I talk about nursing career that we
In the future? Yeah,
Yes.
that might be your objective, but maybe you still want to have your education and background. Sure, that's fine.
Thank you.
Or if you want to pretend that you're a nurse, that's fine too.
Thank you.
Okay.
Have a good day.
You too. Bye-bye.
Bye.
All right. Bye-bye, Mansude. All right. Thanks for hanging out with me afterward.
Yeah,
Oh my
absolutely.
goodness. I stumbled through some of these parts of the lessons today. It's like, oh my goodness. It feels like Monday, but yeah.
I agree. It feels like a Monday today.
Yes. Yeah. So how are you?
I'm doing pretty well.
Good.
Yeah, it's been fun to watch this. It's definitely a different dynamic